The geopolitical landscape of the 21st century is being fundamentally reshaped by a new metric of national power known as quantum sovereignty. For decades, global dominance was measured by the size of a nation-state's nuclear arsenal, the reach of its carrier strike groups, and the strength of its reserve currency. But as we move deeper into this decade, a new Iron Curtain is falling, one that is built not on ideology or geography, but on the absolute control of the subatomic layer. Quantum sovereignty represents the ability of a nation to protect its own data, ensure its own strategic decision-making, and maintain its technological independence in a world where classical encryption is failing and quantum sensors are making the battlefield transparent. This is not just a race to build a faster computer, it is a battle for the fundamental architecture of reality. To understand why this is now a matter of national survival, we have to look at the concept of intelligence overmatch. In the classical era, intelligence was about gathering more data than the enemy. In the quantum era, intelligence is about processing that data at speeds that render an adversary's actions obsolete before they are even fully executed. A nation with a functional, fault-tolerant quantum computer can run high-fidelity simulations of a conflict, a market collapse, or a biological outbreak in real time, identifying the ground state of the problem before the adversary even knows the crisis has begun. This is the ultimate strategic advantage, allowing for a form of predictive deterrence where a nation can demonstrate the futility of an enemy's move before it is ever made. This is the new high ground of the information age, and the race to occupy it is the most significant arms race in human history. The struggle for quantum sovereignty is manifesting in the physical bifurcation of the internet. We are seeing the rise of quantum blocks, which are alliances formed around shared quantum hardware and cryptographic standards. On one side, there is the Western bloc focusing on open standards and hybrid classical quantum cloud architectures. On the other side, there is an emerging bloc focusing on state-controlled quantum key distribution networks and massive satellite-based entanglement relays. These blocks are becoming increasingly incompatible. Just as we have different voltage standards and rail gauges, we are moving toward a world of different quantum protocols. If a nation is not inside a bloc that possesses sovereign quantum capacity, it effectively becomes a digital colony, dependent on others for its security and economic stability. This dependency is particularly visible in the realm of strategic decoupling. A truly sovereign nation must possess the full stack of quantum technology, from the material science of the qubits themselves to the cryogenic systems that cool them and the software that runs on them. If a country relies on a foreign power for its dilution refrigerators or its specialized laser arrays, its quantum sovereignty is an illusion. We are seeing a massive reshoring of high-tech manufacturing, driven by the realization that a quantum blockade, the cutting off of critical subatomic components, could be more devastating than a traditional naval blockade. This is why billions of dollars are flowing into sovereign tech initiatives. It is a defensive move to secure the supply chain of the subatomic. For a technology professional or a veteran, this shift represents a total change in the definition of defense. It moves us away from kinetic deterrence and toward physics-based resilience. We are building networks that are inherently secure because of the no-cloning theorem, and we are deploying sensors that are inherently accurate because of quantum metrology. This isn't just about winning a war, it's about building a civilization that is quantum hardened. It is about ensuring that national identity and democratic processes cannot be dissolved by a foreign quantum processor. The struggle for quantum sovereignty is the struggle for the right to exist in a world where the secret is no longer protected by math, but by the very laws of the universe. As we approach the end of the decade, the nations that fail to achieve quantum sovereignty will find themselves at the mercy of those who have. They will be vulnerable to quantum coercion, where an adversary can threaten to collapse financial systems or expose deepest state secrets without firing a single shot. The race for the subatomic is the final frontier of the great game. It is a race with no second place. Those who own the qubits will own the future, and those who do not will be relegated to the footnotes of history. We are not just building computers, we are building the shields and the swords of the next century. The age of quantum sovereignty has arrived, and it is time to choose which side of the entanglement you stand on.